Greetings, Congressman. These are my 3 policy priority suggestions. Number 1, education. Based on my experience with Teach for America, I found out that education policy should be more than this about school finance. We should really be thinking about investing in the youth to create a better tomorrow. When I was researching, what I actually found out was that going to preschool or Head Start program actually improves the educational outcomes for boys and girls across the country. It can increase the probability of graduating high school, attending college, receiving that degree, that license, or that certification. Therefore, basically putting them off on better footing than their counterparts who don't go to preschool and Head Start programs. It actually also attributes to much needed social, emotional, and behavioral development, especially in minority communities. And let me tell you, it is so needed. In the classroom, what I realized was that a lot of the issues went beyond pen and the paper and understanding what was going on in the classroom, and it was the lack of that development, social, emotional, behavioral, that was holding our students back from the success that they could get. So if we get behind this issue, we can do a lot of good in that regard. Second issue, affordable housing. Right now, 2/3 of renters nationwide can't afford to buy a home. While wage growth is stagnant, over 11 million Americans spend half their check on rent. We should be the ones to get behind this because as of right now, the current administration, our federal government, isn't doing much to help the issue. As of right now, the Trump administration actually proposed a rule that shows that the Department of Housing and Urban Development resources will do far less to reduce segregation and expand housing opportunities for people of color, people with disabilities, and other protected groups. There are government subsidies out there to tackle this issue, but they're targeted to these middle and upper class homeowners rather than low-income renters, seniors, and the disabled. And with these restrictive zoning laws, there are a lot of things that exacerbate this crisis, and if addressed, we can help more Americans get in more affordable homes. Number 3 and final, mass incarceration. Right now, the U.S. has about 5% of the global population, and over 20% of its population in prison. Since the 70s, there's actually been a 700% increase of people in jail, of about 2.3 million people right now in prison today. There's a disparity that exists, obviously, too, because between 1 out of 3 black boys and 1 out of 6 Latino boys, they're expected to go to prison versus 1 out of 17 white boys. Something needs to be done, and we can be the ones to do it. I think that we should actually reimagine our entire prison system and try to actually look at things like recidivism, seeing that we can decrease that through different ways, looking at mental health, looking at job training, and things of that nature. Those are my 3 policy priorities. Thank you for your time.